poem that I've been hanging out with poets recently. This is my first attempt at an open mic. I had friends that invited us over the summer to the Oceanside gazebo events. We went on several different nights. Mary Phillips has a blog, Caffeinated Epiphanies, and Joe and Ann Cohen are friends of ours, and they also read. So after the second night, I woke up the following morning with ideas for a poem of my own. So I put a blog post together with this, and if anyone is interested afterwards, I put a QR code in it so you can just take a picture of it and find it. Dear Cadence, glad I came here tonight. Alternate titles, it's all happening at the gazebo. A hymn, H-I-M, to homonyms. And ruins, R-U-N-E-S, of an ancient seafarer. In my former life, O Theophilus, I was an ocean rider, surfer, right down here. Post was inspired by one of several of the Poetry Under the Stars events at the Oceanside Gazebo. Thanks to caffeinated poet Mary Phillips for the initial invitation. And another plus was reconnecting with old friends, bookends and poets, Ann and Joe Cohen. Okay, enough gabbing. The morning after the night at the gazebo. Last evening, Eileen and I went back to the gazebo at Oceanside Schoolhouse Green for our second Poetry Under the Stars event. And this second time, we also went to hear a friend's spoken word. So I woke up this morning and I went from bed to verse. Dear Cadence, I'm glad you came here last night. Misspelling, now these are basically reflections on the people that spoke. Misspelling mused about 4-letter words. Said while 3 is Trinitarian, 4 is humanitarian. Her first name has 4 ending with E. Herman, my dad, his ended with N, 2 that is. And to emphasize this, when my last name is misspelled, I say yes. While I'm a tit man, I'm also a leg man. My last name is T-I-T-T-M-A-N-N. Of 4-letter words, I was waiting to hear one. And I was in luck. One gal actually had the pluck to say, some use their pause and other their pause. All spoke from their lives. And one from her best friends. One that is not feline 9. They spoke with their bodies. One added purple plumage. Memories emerged, and with them emotions of loved ones now gone, but never forgotten. One shared things not often spoken. His words sounded like mine. His inner world now exposed, awakening compassion, but also concern, wondering where it will go. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine mind. But one reader reminded us of a place even better. It's heart-shaped, a shelter from the storm. Another's project brought us to the projects. Powerfully, she demanded respect. One offered bacon, and repeatedly so. At one more mention, I was ready to show her I'm not too proud to beg or rub against her leg. Reader, remember that God is just dog spelled backwards. Ennui was introduced, a word not often heard, and but certainly not experienced by any listeners on the green, as we were collectively and individually being transported to lofty and deeply spacious places. I had to interject an adverb or two to pay homage to one of the evening's wordsmiths. Big bright green pleasure machine. Ennui was paired with Henry, possibly by the artist who counted cross stitches Was it Henri the First or the Eighth? Or the hippie on his mission across the border below at the New Riders Henry, looking for the keys to turn a profit down south in Mexico? I shared this that morning, and Eileen, my wife, broke her silence with a memory that fit. Seems Herman the Hermit, like every proper Brit, never pronounces his H's, giving us energy, N-R-E. Reminded me too that the poet whose first name included an E also complained when folks added an H to her four-letter last name, C-O-E-N, mixing her with rabbis and guys named Myron. Is counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike the same as on Foxhurst Road? And this is the conclusion. Together, as fellow humans, we sat under the stars and allowed the words of poets to show us our commonality, each in their own words. Dear Canine, glad you came out last night.